So we're back. Today we're looking at substitution and change of subject. But first, let's look at substitution. Then when we get the concept clearly, we're going to be looking at change of subject. So we're just going to be looking at some examples so that you'd understand the topic better. So this is the first question. Evaluate x squared plus xy minus y squared if x is 3 and y is 2. So here all you have to do is replace the x with 3 and y with 2. So wherever you see x, put 3 there. Wherever you see y, you put 2 there. It's called substitution. So you substitute. So wherever you see x, you put 3. Wherever you see y, you put 2. When they give you the question to solve, they'll always give you the digit that you have to replace it with. So when they give you the digit, so right now x is 3, so you replace x with 3 and y with 2. So here will be 3, here will be 3, here will be 2 minus 2. That's how everything is going to be. So this is the question. Now we're going to do the substitution so that we can solve for x, or we can solve the equation. So it's not an equation, so you can solve it. Basically, it's just like you're just replacing this. Just an example. So x will be 3. So here will be 3 squared. Sorry, here will be 3 squared plus xy is the same as x times y. Then y was 2, x was 3. So this would be 3 times 2. X is 3, y is 2. 3 times 2 minus, you have the minus, y is 2 again, so 2 squared, because there's squared here. So this is how it's all going to be like. So now let's solve. 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. 3 times 3, which is 9. So 3 times 3 is 9, then you bring the plus. Then 3 times 2 is 6, so 6. Then negative minus 2 times 2. 2 squared, 2 times 2 is 4. So this is what you're going to get. 9 plus 6 minus 4. 9 plus 6 is 15 minus 4. And then you're going to get 11 to be your final answer. And this is what change of subject, substitution is all about. So when you get substitution, they'll give you change of subject in some questions. But if they want, they're not going to give you change of subject. But in most questions, when they give you substitution, they give you change of subject. So we have another question. If 2y minus 5x plus 10 equals 0, find y when x is equal to 2 and find x when y is equal to 5. You don't have to think that much about this one. So it means that they're not going to give you y, but they're giving you x. So you're going to, when you get the x, they're giving you x, which is 2. So you just put it in an equation, and then you use linear equations method, then you use to solve, because it'll be a linear equation when you replace the x with the digit they give you. So let's just see how we're going to do it. So 2y minus 5 times x. 5x is 5 times x, and x is 2. So 2 plus 10 equals 0. That's the question here. They've given you x, which is 2, then they say find y when x is 2. So x is 2, so now use this to find y. So you're going to get 2y, negative 5 times 2 is negative 10, plus 10 minus equals 0. So you're going to get 2y, negative 10 plus 10 is 0. Is equals to 0. So 2y is equal to 0. Positive 0 will cross the equal sign to be negative 0. So 2y is equal to 0. So divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2. When 0 is used to divide any number, the outcome is 0. 0 divided by 2. 2 goes into 0, 0. So your answer is 0. So that's how we solve when they give you a question like this. Now let's look at the second one. Find x when y equals 5. So in the second question, they're telling you to find x. So this one, they've given you y and they say find x. So just replace it. Y is 5. So we've written it like this. So 2 times 5 minus 5x plus 10 equals 0. And then you solve. 2 times 5 is 10 minus 5x plus 10 equals 0. So you have to group like terms here before you cross the equal sign. So 10 plus 10 minus 5x equals 0, which is 10 plus 10 is 20 minus 5x equals 0. So now negative 5x is equal to 0. Negative 5x is equal to 0, then 20 will cross the equal sign to give you negative 20. This is how you're going to get it. So you're going to continue. So with this, we're going to get negative 5x is equal to negative 20. 0 minus 20 is negative 20. Divide both sides by negative 5. Divide both sides by negative 5. So negative will cancel out. 5 goes into itself. 1. Negative will cancel out. 5 goes here. 1. 5 goes into 20 4 times. So x is going to be 4. And that's going to be your answer for x. So we're finished solving it. You can see it's a very easy topic. So now we're looking at change of subject of a relation or formula. We're done with substitution. Now we're coming to look at change of subject. So when we're done with change of subject, we're going to get a question where they give you both substitution and change of subject. So you have a question like this: make y is equal to mx plus c. Make m the subject of the relation. So y equals mx plus c. Make m the subject. So this one you have to make mx stand alone. They are standing as one, so you have to make mx stand alone. So to make mx stand alone, you have to bring c, because we want to make m the subject, which means we want to make m come here, then the rest will be there. So we want to make m come before the equal sign. That's what we want to do. So mx, so we want to make mx stand. You can't just make m stand alone because mx is together. So if you want to make it m stand alone, you have to first make mx stand alone. So to make mx stand alone, you have to take positive c to cross the equal sign. So here will be y minus c. Positive c crosses the equal sign to give you negative c equals mx. So you get something like this. So now to make m be stand alone, you have to divide both sides by x, so that there will be no any companion with m, so that m will be alone. So x will cancel itself. This one can cancel, so you get m. This is the same as y minus c over x equals m. So this is it. So you've made m the subject. You've made m stand alone. You can also, or you can, this is the same as m equals y minus c out of x. All the same, m is standing alone, and m has become the subject of this relation. So this is how to do change of subject. So we have another question like this: if v is equal to u plus at, make a the subject of the formula. So v is equal to u plus at. We've written the question. Make a the subject. So as we did in the other one, we want a to stand alone, but a is with t. So first we have to make at stand alone. So we bring u to cross the equal sign so that at can be alone. So positive u will cross the equal sign to give you negative u is equal to at. And now when you get this, you can divide both sides by t, so that t will cancel out and a can stand alone. So with this, you can say a equals b minus u out of t. you've made A stand alone, making A the subject of this formula. So you have a question like this: P is equals to 2 open bracket A plus B close bracket. Make B the subject. So you have to make this B the subject. Interesting. So P equals, P equals 2A plus B. So here, to make B stand alone, we have to distribute 2 to each of them. So we have 2A, 2 multiply A, 2 multiply B. So 2A plus 2B. This is what we are going to deduce from this. So now to make B stand alone, 2 is with, so P is going to cross the, so 2A is going to cross the equal sign. So it will be P minus 2A is equal to 2B. This is what you're going to get from the relation. We are making B stand alone, so we divide both sides by 2. Then 2 will cancel here. Remember, 2 will not this 2 will not cancel this 2 because this and this are together. So you can't just cancel this with this. So don't think because here is 2 and here is 2, you're going to just cancel them out. You can't do that because they're together as one digit. So this is going to be, so it's going to be P minus 2A over 2 is equal to B, which when you turn it the other way around, you can get B equals P minus 2A out of 2. This is also correct. So it's the same, you're going to get it like this. So B, you've made B the subject of the relation, making your answer correct. So now you're looking at a bit more complex ones. So make P the subject of the relation 3T minus PQ equals 2 open bracket P plus L bracket. You're making P the subject. So we have to first distribute the 2 to all of them so that this will be, you'll get the answer, you'll be able to get the answer. So 3T minus PQ equals 2 times P is 2P. You have a positive sign, you bring it. 2 times L will give you 2L. So you get it like this. Now you have to make P the subject of the relation. You can see P is here and P is here. So you have to find a way to make these two P's come together. So you have negative PQ. So let's just make it be like negative PQ. And then 2P will come here to give you negative 2P. Then there's already 2L. Then negative 3T will cross the equal sign to be negative 3T. So that all the P's can stand together. So when the P's are together, we can now make P the subject of this relation. So now you've seen that we've gotten it like this, but I want to change it a bit and use a different style so that, because this one is going to confuse you even more. So we have it like this. To make it easier, let's just maintain 3T. So 3T, and then we bring the 2L to cross the equal sign to give you negative 2L. So that we won't have plenty negatives. So the 2P and then this negative PQ will also cross to be positive PQ. Now when you do it like this, it becomes much easier for you to solve. So 3T minus 2L is equal to, now you have to find a way to make P stand alone. Let's look at how you're going to do it. So you can see P here and P also here. P is here, P is also here. So with this one, let's just make, so P will come out as alone, then we introduce a bracket. So now we've brought P is here, P is here. We've brought one P, so let's just remove these P's out now. Well, you're not going to do that when they give you the but to make you understand, that's why I'm doing this. So P is here, P is here, you just write one P. then you assume it's out. Then you bring a bracket. Then now you have 2 plus q. Then you introduce it, 2 plus q. So when you get it like this, you can now make p stand alone by dividing both sides by 2 plus q. So you divide both sides by 2 plus q. So this 2 plus q will cancel this one. Then p will stand alone, making p the subject of the relation. So we have another question. If p is equal to 1 over 2 open bracket a minus b close bracket, make a the subject of the relation. We're going to make a the subject of the relation. So with this one, you can see that they've given you a relation, but they've given you a denominator. So they've given you the denominator, no need to worry, just multiply the denominator by each of them, just like we did in linear equations. So 2 will multiply each of these single ones. So 2 will multiply here, and 2 will multiply this whole one. Remember, 1 over 2 is part of a minus b because it is multiplying it. We assume that there's a multiplication sign here, but we don't bring it. So it's this one is one whole, this one is another whole. So you're going to multiply 2 by here and 2 by here. So we're going to get 2. The marker's not working. Coming. So 2 times p is equal to 2 times 1 out of 2a minus b. 2 is multiplying here, 2 is multiplying here. Now I can see 2 and 2. So 2 goes here 1, 2 goes here 1. So now you have 2 times p is 2p. Please, the p is capital, don't make it small. So 1 times 1 is 1, then a minus b. So when you get it like this, 2p is equal to 1 times a is 1a, which is a. 1 times negative b is negative 1b, which is negative b. So you have it like this. The question was to make a the subject of the relation. So you want to make a stand alone, so you're going to move negative b to come here. So 2p, the marker's not working. So 2p, then negative b will come here to be positive b is equal to a. That's it. A has become the subject of the relation. So this is how to do it. So you have something like this again. 1 over b plus c is equal to 1 over a. Make b the subject. Please don't be scared. It's very simple. 1 over b plus c is equal to 1 over a. You have 2 denominators. But this one, if it were figures, we would have found the LCM. But they're not figures. So you just multiply b by a, which is going to give you ab. So it's going to be like we're going to multiply b times a. So b times a is going to give you ab or ba, whichever way you do it. B times a, you just multiply it, and then you use it to multiply each of the relations like we do when it is an LCM. So b times a, so ab, so ab times 1 over b, and then plus ab times c is equal to 1 over a times ab. This is how the relation is going to be like. So this is what we're going to get from the relation. It looks quite long, but don't worry, it's okay. So now just cancel the ones you see which are like out. So b can cancel here, it can also cancel here. A can cancel here, it can also cancel here. So it can cancel. So they will cancel, and then you get a times 1. A times 1 is 2a. A times 1 is 2a. Plus ab times c is abc, which is equal to 1 times b is b. So this is what we are going to deduce. And remember, we're making b the subject of this whole relation. Now if we're making b the subject and we've gotten this, don't think we've made b the subject, because you also have something here. which B is among. So you have to make B the subject of the relation. So with this, we're going to make A is equal to B. Then ABC will cross the equal sign to give you negative ABC. So A is equal to, we have B, we have B. So B will be out, we'll introduce a bracket. So assuming B is here, then B is here. So we've cancelled these B out. Assuming we've cancelled these B out, but you're not going to cancel it out when they give it to you in a test. So you've cancelled it out. So now you have negative AC. How are you going to put negative AC there? So which means that we have 1 here, remember. So this is cancelled. We have 1 here. B is out, making this negative AC. So you're going to have 1 minus AC. Then you divide both sides by 1 minus AC. You divide both sides by 1 minus AC. 1 minus AC is going to cancel, making B the subject of the relation. So this is where we're going to end today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos.